is Ashley Ball. I am a 25-year-old female living with hidradenitis suppurativa stage 3, Cushing syndrome, and hypothyroidism. These diseases affect my daily life in the aspect of it's difficult for me to function when I have a flare-up. Completely debilitates me from movement, most articles of clothing, things of that nature. The Cushing syndrome, along with hypothyroidism, increase weight gain and decrease ability to lose weight. Criticism I face on a daily basis is being overweight. People are very judgmental. Most of society doesn't accept it, and doesn't understand that there could be extenuating circumstances behind why someone may be overweight. It's not just attributed to laziness. It's not just shoveling food into your mouth. It can be depression. It can be disease. There could be many factors involved in this. According to my own personal agenda, or research due to my own personal agenda, low-cost food, low-cost or low-income families have limited access to healthy eating habits. Do I consider these hidden diseases? Yes, I do very much. By looking at me, can you tell that I'm sick? Can you tell that I have these? No, you can't. The treatments I face on a monthly basis are thyroid regimens. Unfortunately, there's not much medicated therapy that you can do for Cushing syndrome. And there's, with the hidradenitis, because it's considered a fairly new disease, recognized by medical professionals, there's only experimental medications out there. It's kind of a checks and balances, I guess, by God kind of deal. The one treatment that we have found that works is upon a flare-up, emergency surgery, and pain regulation, with whether it be something as mild as Tylenol to as heavy as a narcotic. Any piece of advice I give, don't judge a book by its cover. Okay, what is your name? Ann Margaret Parsons. How old are you, Miss Parsons? 51. And what are your debilitating illnesses? Depression with anxiety and panic attacks due to post-traumatic stress. And would you classify these as a hidden disease? Yes. Why? Because most primary care physicians, for one, can't even diagnose it. I think it took like years for my primary care physician to notice it, and she never did it. It wasn't until I went to the VA, the Veterans Hospital, that they finally realized what I was going through after I talked to several service representatives, and they understood because they dealt with post-traumatic stress disorder. How does this affect your life? How does it affect your daily living? There's days when I don't want to get out of bed. I just want to stay in the dark room, not socialize with anybody. I don't volunteer to do anything because I don't know if one of these days it's going to be one of those days where I don't want to get out of bed. You have mood swings with depression. One day you can be really happy, and next day you can be so down in the dumps that, it hurts. And people don't understand that. And in fact, most people don't recognize depression as a problem. It's an embarrassment. What is, if you had one piece of advice to give to anybody, what would it be? If you feel you do have depression, where you've got the mood swings, go talk to somebody and get the help. Don't let people tell you there's no such thing as depression, because there is. And it hurts. And it hurts just like a sore. It hurts really bad. And people shouldn't judge people with it, What, are you on any treatment? Yes, I go see, a social worker at the VA. I see a psychiatrist and a psychologist, both for it. And I am on, right now, currently on fluoxetine, which is a generic form of Paxil.
So you were in the Army?
Yes.
And now you're medically retired?
No. They didn't diagnose me until recently. I've been out of service since 1980, and they didn't diagnose it until probably 2001.
So you lived with it that long?
Yes.
What was that like?
To really find out that I wasn't crazy, that they finally found out what was causing me to have the mood swings, believe it or not, was like uplifting, because I finally realized I really thought I was crazy. Why would I have all these mood swings? Why was I withdrawing from people? And now I know, and so I really feel better about myself now that I know why I do what I do.
What is the biggest criticism that you face being disabled?
Depression is not recognized as a disability by most people. In fact, depression, in today's society, people will say depression's nothing. But until you have it, you've experienced it, and you've been there, and you're there, it's hard for people to accept that as a disability.